Okay. This is, we're going to talk about the land trust. I love this as for myself. And again, I need to preface this. Now, some of you guys are clients. You're not realtors, because I've invited some clients here. You can represent yourself in this, but I would not recommend you represent yourself in buying and selling a home ever. But realtors, this is great for you to represent you in buying and selling property. Okay? You cannot represent anyone else with the land trust. Okay? And the reason I'm saying that is simply because the land trust today is where the AITD was in 1983. It has gone through a lot of case history, and it has not failed, not one time. In every single case taken to court, the judge says the same thing and throws it out of court. Okay? However, because in 1983 there wasn't enough case history to call it safe for realtors, now it is safe. Land trusts are where AITDs were in 1983. The next time we go through this cycle, land trusts will likely be on your forms. Right now, you cannot represent buyers and sellers using land trusts. You can, however, represent you. This is cool. And this is my preferred way of doing things. I still do the lease option, and I still do the AITD. There are different reasons why to use those. But I like to lean this way first now, is the land trust. Again, it's another way of saying buying subject to existing financing. A land trust converts real property into personal property. It converts a house to personal property. It converts real estate to personal property. All right, now the land trust has been around for a long time. People known it as the old Illinois Land Trust. It's a federal instrument. It's recognized in every state in the United States. Again, it's a legal document. It's completely legal. No one can test that. The question whether or not the lender can enforce the due on sales clause on a land trust is not a question, because in every single case it's been upheld exactly like the AITD. But at this point in time, it hasn't stood the test of time long enough for you to be able to represent buyers and sellers with the land trust. Okay? That's my take on things. I'm not an attorney, got to tell you that, but I think it's the safest thing in the world out there. First of all, it's a lot easier. It's perceived as a little riskier. It's not riskier. It's perceived as a little riskier. I know it's a faux pas for the speaker to walk in front of the projector, but I told you I'm not a professional speaker. I'm going to start with case study on the land trust. And again, I need to implore on the fact that you cannot represent buyers and sellers as a realtor with a land trust. This is only for you, because I'm going to assume, you know how to spell assume, I'm going to assume there are at least 5 people, maybe 15 or 20 people in this room right now that cannot qualify for a loan. Maybe all of you. Okay. Yeah, all of us. Yeah. The last person that could qualify for a loan right now here is me. Anyways, case study. I'm going to start there. Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde are getting a divorce. They can't stand each other anymore. They purchased their home in 1999 for $200,000. It's now worth $400,000, and they owe exactly $400,000 on a conventional 30-year fixed rate loan at 5.5%. What have they been doing? Right. Refinancing. So they've already decided Bonnie's going to take the Sea-Doos, Clyde's going to take the ski boat and the quads, and they're going to separate all their toys that they bought with all those refinances. And they have a payment of just $2,271 a month, and their taxes are separate at $2,000 per year, and their insurance is $600 a year. They need $2,487 a month to break even, and they will part ways. Clyde's going to go to Alaska, and Bonnie's going to go to North Carolina. Typical divorcing situation. You could be a divorce counselor regarding to real estate. So anyways, here's Bonnie and Clyde. They want to sell their home, but they really can't sell it. It's only worth $400,000 at best, which probably that size house, those higher priced homes, probably all they're going to be offered is $400,000, maybe $390,000, right? Nevertheless, they can't really list it because there isn't enough money for what?
Commission.
They can't list it. So any realtor they talk to is going to be talking what? Short sale. Okay, so they don't want a short sale. They don't want to ding their credit, so they don't know what to do. Randy Realtor lost his home recently to foreclosure. He's learned a lot, learned some valuable lessons in life, but stays positive because he knows good fortune follows a happy man. That is true. He wants to buy a home at the current rock bottom prices. He has no chance of qualifying for a loan, but has the capacity to make payments. Randy knows he can afford a payment of about $3,500 a month and has about $40,000 saved up since he stopped making payments on his home. Now, Randy's in pretty good shape. He should be a homeowner, but he bought too much and he didn't. Well, I mean, let's face it, nobody expected to have what happened in 2008 happen to us, right? How many people expected Temecula Valleys to drop 70%? I figured, I knew it was coming. We all knew it was coming, didn't we? We all knew. You'd have to be nuts to not know it was coming. But I figured 20, 30,